Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I am Miles, the You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy. We are live and live. Did I do the intro, Ryan? This podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Miles, the Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy, and we are live.
That's it. Didn't miss a beat.
What were you thinking about?
I don't know. I was weekend warrior this weekend, and so my brain's just a little foggy. You know,
House projects,
painting.
That's why your brain's foggy.
Yeah,
It's sucking down fumes for 48 hours.
That is true. Yeah. It's not good because we painted our bedroom, and then we slept in it that night. And we did have to we were like, are we getting a headache or what's, and so we had to Google, can you sleep in a room that was just painted? The answers were wishy-washy.
Yeah.
So we just cracked a window and had a fan blowing the fresh air in. It was fine.
That's some weird dreams, but it was good.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. Started hallucinating at one point. Didn't know if I was awake or sleeping, but
someone mark this episode down. This is going to be the moment we knew Miles changed.
Yeah, I mean, I could have had my entire brain chemistry altered this weekend.
Yep. You were chemically altered.
Would you have just went and slept in the guest bedroom?
Well, that's why I was like, well, if you're worried about it, should we just go sleep in the guest bedroom? And it's a queen bed. She's like, no, I'm not sleeping in that queen bed.
I'll sacrifice some brain chemistry.
I'm not that bad that you can't sleep in a queen bed with me anymore.
Yeah.
That just goes to show, though. Once you go king bed, you can't go back.
Yeah. I'm in a queen right now, being a king in a couple weeks.
Slippery slope.
Life-changing for you.
That's what I've heard. It's the bed that we sleep on at the lake. So I get, 2-3 times a month in the summer.
So you've sampled it already.
I've scratched the itch a little bit, scratched the surface, but
yeah, can't go back. But anyways, we have as we said last week, we had an announcement of an announcement.
Several weeks we've been teasing the announcement.
Oh wait, so this is the third announcement in a row?
Including this announcement, the fourth announcement.
This is the fourth announcement?
It's going to be, you're announcing the announcement, so it's going to be 4 after this in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm announcing again that we have an announcement. On February 28th,
2015 or 2025.
2015.
It happened already, guys.
Sorry.
February 28th, 2025. We will be releasing the first ever Patrons Choice Awards.
Hey.
Ooh.
Now you're wondering, you've heard of the People's Choice Awards. It's going to be very similar to that, but it's going to be the Patrons Choice Awards, the PCAs as we like to call them.
Sure.
And you're wondering, what is this going to be? Well, the Grammys were on this last weekend. To be very similar to that.
I'm showing up to the PCA's butt ass naked like Kanye's wife.
Yeah, there you go.
Kanye's not invited either.
Yep. Just his wife.
Yeah, just his wife. Yeah, I mean, there is no dress code, but there is a dress code. You know, you can't wear what you're wearing today.
Okay.
I can't dress like a high school gym teacher.
So we don't have a red carpet. We do have some extra fake AstroTurf in the warehouse right now. So I think we'll be rolling out the green carpet, which would be kind of cool because you probably could edit a green screen like us standing on lava and stuff.
Or a bed of coals. We're walking across a bed of coals.
Yeah.
So that's the one advantage of doing the green carpet instead of the red carpet. So we're talking, there's going to be a host. There's going to be, presenters of awards. There's going to probably be AI, musical guests.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
There's going to be shenanigans, tomfoolery. Tom will be there.
Yeah.
Mr. Foolery will be there. There will be awards acceptance speeches. There'll be the whole thing. And what's cool is if you are a patron, go to patreon.com/YouBetchaRadio, and you are an active patron, you will get to vote on who wins these awards, and whatever the people say is who wins.
Yeah, don't get mad at us.
And we don't get mad at us.
It was your choice.
Yeah.
It's the Patrons Choice Awards. So the announcement we're doing this week is next week we will be starting to release the categories and nominees for each category.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a category that we'd like to tease everyone with starting right now?
Sampler category is what we like to call that in the award industry.
In my mind, this is one of the what would you call it? Juggernaut categories.
One of the big boys.
Is best podcast guest.
Yep.
Oh.
And I believe we've settled on the nominees.
Yep.
Right? So the first category that we are releasing is best
YBR guest.
What did I say?
Best podcast guest.
Best podcast guest is the name of the category. The nominees are Dave, Flops, and Ryan's college buddies.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
and Ann.
Wasn't that best podcast character? And then best podcast guest was Ann, Charlie, and one other.
Oh yeah. Shit.
We got two now.
There's two teams.
Sorry, I mixed up the categories.
It's a very fluid situation.
The best podcast characters, Dave, Flops,
College buddies.
college
yeah.
buddies.
My college buddies.
Best podcast guests. I guess we're releasing that one now
You
too.
get two of them.
Charlie, Ann, and
The HVAC
HVAC guy
from episode 260.
from episode 260.
Yeah.
So those are the first two categories. Many more to follow.
Yep.
But those are the first two categories of the PCAs and the nominees. So we'll release all of the categories, all of the nominees next week on Patreon. And then the week after that, voting starts.
Voting starts.
So we'll have a week to vote, and then it will be the PCAs.
Yep. PCAs.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to get a subscription so I can go vote.
You should.
Every vote matters.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'm not that I'm gonna try and sway any of the audience by the banter that I have in the Patreon forum, but there may be some.
I don't
Maybe
know that
some
may
peppering.
disqualify. You have to come up with some rules, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought we were all going to play fair.
You won't know it's me though, because I might have a burner.
That is true.
So
I mean, wouldn't that be funny if we all had burners?
I had one that was just my name for a long time.
But anyways, excited for the PCAs.
Just Tyler.
We're gonna have a green carpet. We're gonna, we're gonna dress up for this guy. We're gonna pull out all the stops.
and so the presenters, there's more presenters than just like who would be in the room right now. Is that correct?
We might play on that.
To be determined.
Okay. Okay.
Depends on how much we prep.
Well, let's prep it up, boys.
But yeah, I'm excited about our musical guests that we got.
Me too.
We could have Jake shining shoes in the corner. Get our shoes shine before we hop on air.
Do they do
Do
that?
they do that at
At
awards?
awards?
I don't know. I'm assuming they gotta be shining shoes.
I know they got the awards.
You
show.
pull the guy from the mall. There's always a guy in the mall shining shoes. Pull him off duty for a bit. Or it's one of those
Hey,
cases where it's like, hey,
no idea is a bad idea. We'll write it down.
Okay.
It might not make it in,
Probably won't make it.
but
in.
we'll write it down. Probably won't make it in, but we'll write it down.
yeah, one of those
I-
cases where you go up to him, you're like, hey, how much would I have to pay you right now to quit your job?
Yeah.
Then we get him here.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Have you ever seen those videos? Like, I'll give you $1,000 right now if you quit your job. And some people are like, okay, done. So I don't know where the $1,000 is going to come with. Maybe a pipe dream of mine, but we'll
Yeah.
keep dreaming.
Okay.
Give you 500 tongs to quit your.
No, they're.
They're gone, Jarrett.
Do we have any other things you'd like to announce, Jared, with the PCAs at this moment?
Should be fun.
Should be fun. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be the premier event of the year.
For sure.
I
I've
mean,
been
this
looking
is-
forward to this
this is
for
the
3 weeks
pinnacle.
now.
In some of the categories and nominees, the first PCAs will probably be could be the full history of YBR.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll be
Because
loose.
usually, there's not a lot of
It's
rules.
the inaugural.
So if we forget that one of the nominees happened 2 years ago, we'll just get over it.
Or 4 or 5 years ago.
But then after that, if it goes well, we do it again.
Mhm.
Then we'll go yearly. How's that
Yep.
sound?
Second annual.
So I think it's going to be fun. Again, it's going to be exclusively on Patreon. So
Mhm.
if you want to get a part of the PCAs, you got to head over to patreon.com/youbetcharadio or download the app and search us up.
Yeah, you do a 7-day free trial as well.
Mm-hmm.
Time to binge.
Binge.
Plus, we got all the other episodes on there.
Hundreds
and hundreds of episodes.
Mhm.
So I think it's gonna be really fun. It's actually one of the I'm really excited about this. It's been not a long time, but of our newer ideas at this company, it's one I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty excited about the Patrons Choice Awards.
Mhm.
So be fun, guys.
Oh yeah.
You got any pre-show things you'd like to talk about, Ryan?
No, I'm just looking forward to when the dress code comes out.
Yeah. Who you gonna wear?
yeah.
Well, Kanye's wife. I mean, it's not just exclusive to females, is it? You said I can't wear what I'm wearing now, so I don't know. Her attire really stands out. Actually, I might go with tailored up, and then maybe give a quick plug to whoever's tailoring me. I would feel like celebrities do that.
That's what I say. What are you
Yeah.
wearing?
Who you wearing?
Yeah, who are you wearing?
Oh, I don't know. Probably
That's when you
fucking-
say the designer name.
Probably
what's-
like Tommy Hilfiger or some iconic name like that.
What is
Gildan.
what's the brand at Fleet Farm that's like Forest something?
Oh God.
Forest.
Ooh.
Whitaker.
Forest and Field.
Gump.
Field and Forest.
Field and Forest.
Forrest Griffin.
I think that might be it.
Field and Forest.
Field and
Yeah.
Forest. I got a couple items.
I might be
from them.
wearing Field and Forest. That might be who might be styling me. But again, still undecided.
Yeah. Got through.
I gotta see if my Field and Forest tailor is available.
Yeah.
Really will determine. Tyler, any words?
No, I'm excited. I am very excited. I'm already working on some acceptance speeches.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you already think you're gonna get awards?
Well, we'll see. I don't even know if I'm nominated yet, but you can't be too far ahead of it. So I've got some acceptance. I'll just insert award here. Just get a blanket one ready to go.
And I think what I would like to just get out in the public here right now, so that you guys can't convince me otherwise. I think if you are a presenter, you have to read whatever's on the teleprompter.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a little
Really?
bit.
Yeah.
It's about what Michael Shea and Colin on SNL
Jost. Yep.
when they write each other's lines. I think whoever is presenting, you have to read what's on the teleprompter.
Anchorman style.
A little bit.
Correct. And
Yeah.
so that's a fun little wrinkle. So, each one of us are going to have to present an award, and the other guys get to write what they say before presenting it.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there a podium? We're gonna have a podium.
Could be a podium.
It's loose. It's still a fluid situation, Ryan.
Okay.
The stool looks pretty nice.
Okay.
That does.
Gonna be honest. It's already in here.
Yeah.
So that's helpful. But yeah, I mean, this could be perfect. We got a green screen right over here.
Yep.
Little chair. It could be good.
Hell yeah. This is the first time I'm learning of the Patrons Choice Awards, so my brain it's running wild right now.
So you're gonna have to tune in February 28th. It's not a leap year, right?
I don't think so. I think it was last year.
No, last year was a leap year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gave you one more day to lose 3 ounces a day.
This could be. Yeah, I guess it's the last. Is it just now the last Friday of every February?
I think the Friday before the Oscars.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
How we originally planned it.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the Oscars after the PCA is going to be like a postcard from Paris when you've seen the real thing.
People like watch the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Which that's a whole topic of conversation. The Pro Bowl.
Is it,
I turned it on. It's tough.
why are we even doing it anymore?
I just
Kiddos.
Just give them the award. Congrats, you made the Pro Bowl.
I would
That's it.
rather have them like. I like the dodgeball and stuff like that. Like, just don't even have them play football at
Mhm.
all. Because them playing football, it feels like it's icky to watch.
It's like a scrimmage.
It's like they just
Yeah.
clearly don't care and don't want to
Mm-mm.
be doing this. At least I felt like when they played like dodgeball and stuff. I don't know if they did that this year, but I've seen them do it before. I feel like the guys were
They
kind of
did.
into it because it's just like gym class.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's just make a competitive gym class with the best athletes in the world.
Climb rope.
Play kickball. Like that would be
That'd be great.
electric.
Yeah. Yeah. Have him
Until
go,
someone,
have him
until
go
someone pulls a
bowling.
groin.
It's true. I
That
didn't say
can
there
happen.
wasn't injuries
That
couldn't
can happen.
That'd be funny. Too many groins pulled in the kickball competition. They have to cancel that as
And
well.
we all watching. Every time someone pulls a groin, Ryan's just like, see?
I knew it.
Yep.
Under his breath, I knew it.
I knew it.
Hey, yeah. I mean, athletes are prone to groin injuries in kickball. I'm one of them.
There we go.
So
It's yeah. So that's my take on it. Let's just I don't know. When you give us a worse football product,
Mhm.
it leaves bad taste in my mouth. You know, tug of war is kind of funny. They did that this year. What like?
Mhm.
Give me some stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe make them. We used to call it Star Wars back in the day, where you slide around on the little flat carts that you'd always jam your fingers in.
sure.
You know what I'm talking about? And one person would have a noodle and they were the Jedi. And it was like dodgeball on scooters. And you would you'd be frozen if you got hit by a ball. And then the way that you got unfrozen is the Jedi would hit you with the thing.
Your gym teacher was innovative.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Way better than
actually.
your pottery teacher.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so if everyone got frozen, then your team lost. I'd like to see NFL players play Star Wars on little scooters and foam Jedi lightsabers.
Yeah. Or Red Rover. That'd be a good one.
That would be intense.
Yeah, it would finally give offensive linemen something to do.
That's a watch now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just the largest offensive tackle in the country, just full sprint at you and a guy linked arms?
300 pounds, 4.9 speed, just ripping at you.
Yeah, we'd have a lot of torn labrums in that game.
Yeah.
Or a hide and seek would be cool, like in a really creepy house.
Yeah. Or even if they did a
Tag.
Tag would be
Tag.
Yeah.
Floor is lava.
Yeah.
Like I want to see NFL guys play floor is lava.
Yeah,
That would be electric.
Floor's lava and like one of those gymnastic things that have all the foam things you can jump on. So they're just yeeting themselves off of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of groin tear.
I want to see him play slam ball.
Yeah.
That would be sweet.
Because all the people that were playing slam ball were all just like D3 athletes from Jamestown. Imagine if you got some real talent out there on the court.
He didn't point at you, Ryan.
I was going like this,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of just like the world of Jamestown.
The world.
Like the colony, right?
I just went like this.
We're D2 now, you guys. We've always mentally been
I will
D2,
give you that.
But like that's a fact that they're D2 now.
It is true.
It's not just like, yeah, that's how good we were, you know. It's
So anyways, yeah, excited. Just talk about it all day.
Me too.
Oh, wait. Oh, we were talking about the NFL Pro Bowl. That's my take. Jared, you're the NFL guy. Do you have any other take?
Yeah, it's just that flag football just doesn't cut it. If there's no contact involved, why even like invite defensive players there, offensive linemen? It's got to be like all inclusive to like everybody playing. And the 7-on-7 just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Play dodgeball.
Unless they completely flip it. They continue to do it 7-on-7 flag football, but only the linemen get
Or
to
you
play.
have to play out of position would be cool.
Yeah.
That's see.
So the left tackles are your wide receiver.
Why are
ones.
we not hired to fix the NFL? You should talk on another podcast how to fix the NBA.
Yeah.
But anyways,
They should play football in the NBA.
yeah. At least anyways. So first segment today. What are the subtle signs someone's a dick? First segment of the day, baby. What are subtle signs that someone is a dick? I think that a subtle sign that someone's a dick is kind of talking about basketball. If you're playing a pickup game of basketball and it's call your own foul and they call fouls on ticky-tacky stuff, that person is a dickhead. It's call your own fouls, and unless someone literally decapitates you and you call foul, you're an absolute dick.
Yeah, I think they were maybe babied as a child too, a little bit too much.
Small man syndrome, maybe.
Yeah. Someone who's never really had any like control in life, and they want to try and take control of the game, noon ball game. So them calling fouls is their way of gaining that.
Right. No blood, no foul.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm all for a no blood, no foul game. And then when the guy steps in that calls every foul, the worst. He's a dick.
And they probably didn't even they probably didn't even play like high school basketball.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But now's their time to shine, right? And now is when they're a starter at noon ball, whereas they weren't even going to make the team in high school.
Right.
And they always do the thing too. They go on for a layup and they wait to see if they made it and then call the foul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They miss it and then they're like, "Oh, that was a foul. Take it back."
Yeah.
I think to piggyback on that too, they're always the guy saying "and one."
And one. Everything's and one.
Just a cleared lane to the hoop and they don't even get touched.
Or they don't know how to do a layup, so they like jump stop and then do like, old school basketball.
Yeah.
They don't go through.
Love their pivot foot. They love the triple threat position as well. Because from here you can dribble, you can pass, or you can shoot.
Yeah.
Triple threat, baby.
Yeah.
They also love letting the entire city know that the ball is currently dead.
Yeah.
Dead. I think another telltale sign of this guy, he's also wearing a jersey from Old Navy that has nothing on the front. But it's like kind of a fancy jersey. You know what I mean?
It's kind of generic.
Yeah, it's not just like a mesh jersey with like the thin straps. It's like a wider strap and it's got like a collar on it and it's like navy blue and there's stripes down the side. And you know what jersey I'm talking about.
Mhm.
They wear it every day to noon ball. Call every foul. That guy's a dick.
Yeah, you throw a little embroidery on the front of that, you think the guy's like, he's on All-Star break or something from the NBA, right?
He's wearing a headband for some reason. He's bald.
Yeah.
I have that image. For some reason.
Oh yeah, this guy's definitely bald.
Oh, he's got multiple sweat bands on too. Whether it's headband, finger band.
He's got his own water bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not played a lot of pickup basketball in my life. But the guy you're describing is also another subtle sign someone's a dick. Slow pitch softball, the guy that brings all the bats is always a dick.
Really?
He's the guy that's calling everyone on the rules, tweaking out about he always wants to coach third base. And it's always the guy that owns all the bats.
Yeah, because he's probably the captain of the team.
Yeah, or if he's not,
he's the one that
is.
got the sponsor on board and
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one telling guys to get down at third.
Yeah,
if there's gonna be a close play, the guy, your fucking like 21-year-old buddy's wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Want him to fucking get down. Get down. Outside, get down.
He's in
It's
the
like-
refs or the ump's nose in slow pitch softball. Like, buddy, sit the fuck down.
Yeah. He's the reason benches are clearing.
Yeah.
For sure. I've never really played slow pitch softball, so I don't
Me
know.
neither.
Yeah, sorry. you guys were describing
you're
this
good.
dude. I'm like, I've seen this guy in softball a million times.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it is the last week of the NFL season. And so therefore, it is the last week we can put some lineups in on prize picks for the NFL. And guys, if right now you sign up with code YBR, you get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't need to win the lineup to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. What better way on the big game than to get your $50 bonus?
Gee.
Use code YBR. So, guys, we decided this week we did a serious lineup last week. We're gonna do a YBR silly 4 lineup here for you guys.
Yep.
And no one got more silly than Tyler.
It's not that silly. Jalen Carter, more than a quarter of a sack.
So you just gotta get a half a sack, guys.
Him and a buddy take down Mahomes. We're riding home with our money.
Okay. So we got that. Jared.
Hollywood Brown, more than half a touchdown, rushing and receiving.
Okay. Think he's gonna do it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He just needs 0.6 touchdowns.
Yep,
That's it.
0.6.
Same with Kareem
4
Hunt,
points.
who is my pick. I got Kareem Hunt more than 0.5 touchdowns. That's a Red Devil.
Yeah, we got all Red Devils on this one. I also have Jalen Hurts throwing an interception.
Mm-hmm.
Love that pick.
I couldn't believe that was a Red Devil.
Yeah, homie never throws the ball,
It's true.
but he's
That's true.
gonna be slinging it on the bull. Series 1, Eagles are gonna throw a pick. Series 2, Mahomes is gonna get sacked on the second down of the first possession by Jalen Carter. And then eventually Hollywood Brown and Kareem Hunt will score.
Yeah, they'll each get 0.6 touchdowns.
Yep.
We'll all meet at the bar to celebrate.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm
Ride off
buying.
into the sunset
Yeah.
on the season.
Exactly.
So, guys, if you want to ride with us, Jalen Carter needs a half a sack. Kareem Hunt, more than 0.5 rusher receiving touchdowns. Same with Hollywood Brown. Jalen Hurts needs to throw a pick.
Oh yeah, and the Mahomes free square.
Yep.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick only needs to throw for 1 yard.
1 yard.
He needs 1 yard. If you haven't used up all of the money you could spend on the free square, you got another week to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a free square.
It's free square, free
If
money.
you don't use the free square, you are a square.
Ooh.
I like that.
Boom.
So guys, go sign up Prize Picks, use code YBR. This is our week.
Yeah, it is. 2 for 2 in lineups. Come on now, boys.
2 lineups in hot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
A subtle sign that somebody is a dick is if they treat your dog like shit, or like an animal for that fact.
Like what's treating it like a dick? Because this is a subtle sign. So he's clearly not outwardly being mean because that would not be a subtle
I think
sign.
it's more so like maybe nudging the dog away, or like like pushing its face to the side if it like tries to get a little bit too close, or like is trying to get out of the way because the dog wants to rub up on him and get hair.
Maybe they're allergic.
Yeah, but when it comes to like I got a doodle and they're hypoallergenic, so if someone's trying to get away from my dog, then I know that.
Which everyone knows that, especially if they're not dog people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they should, because it's one dog you don't want to be a dick to is a doodle.
Yeah, it's the last
So,
time I'm gonna be addicted to.
I think there's just something to say about people who don't treat animals right.
I feel
They're the
that.
happiest.
It's the homicidal triad, isn't it? One of them's cruelty to animals.
Yes.
What's the?
I've never heard
The
that.
three signs that someone could be
A serial killer.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
one of them, I think one of them is their bedwetter.
Yeah, one of them super obscure.
That they wet the bed. The other one is that they're cruel to animals. And then I don't remember the last one.
They murder.
Okay, I misread the segment. Thought this was subtle signs of serial killers. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean that fits.
I mean,
in.
serial killers are
Yeah.
dicks, so
What does it say? Is that what it is?
Okay,
The
I got it.
That's true.
homicidal triad? Is that what it's called?
Yep, it is. Yeah, the McDonald triad or the homicidal triad. It is being cruel or abusive to animals, especially pets, setting fire to objects or otherwise committing minor acts of arson, and regularly wetting the bed.
Yeah,
weird.
it's just weirdest things.
Homicidal triad sounds like a type of mud run or something.
It
Yeah,
does.
like a 5K, like 5K obstacle course race.
You've heard of the mud run. You've heard of the Spartan race. Welcome to the homicidal triad, where you have to run on knife blades.
Yeah, it's just
You have to jump from a building with no parachute.
And you gotta piss out of bed.
And you gotta go 24 hours without pissing the bed. Homicidal triad. Sign up now. If you do win, you win it. You get a little medal and a Michelob Ultra.
Oh, that's good. Sign me up.
I'm drinking no water before this.
Yeah, I'm fucked because I got a gallon of water, can't piss. Probably poisoning myself from the inside out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like if you did like a outdoorsman type of thing, like one of them be starting a fire. It's like there's a fine line between the outdoorsman's challenges and the homicidal triad.
you got to kill this animal to survive. You have to start a fire to survive. And if the homicidal triad for outdoorsmen is if they piss their pants, they're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell otherwise.
Yeah, they just do this outdoorsman channel to try and find out who could be a potential serial killer.
Yeah.
The cops come busting into their tent. You're under arrest.
What did I do? You wet the sleeping bag.
You lost, kid. Getting hauled off to jail.
It's Mr. Beast's next Beast games.
yeah, triad games.
Another subtle sign you're a dick. If you don't round up the 10 cents or whatever it is for charity, you're gonna be a dickhead.
I did do that over the weekend. I had to buy some paint.
Mm-hmm.
It was 10 cents. I did it. I don't do it every time.
Why?
I don't do it
Sometimes
ever.
it's like 97 cents.
Miles.
But it's also like you don't know where this is going.
That's what I think too.
That's
It's
exactly
it's
what
not that I
think.
don't care about these people. I donate to charities. Just whatever. I don't know. It seems like I don't know.
I just think
You never know. I do at Firehouse Subs though. I do round up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know where it goes then.
Yeah.
that's what they tell you. You don't get any proof.
It's true.
You don't get any proof anywhere, really.
I'm about a 50-50 shot on whether I'm doing it. It also depends on my mood.
I'm
And I'll
doing,
throw my hand up. Is that correct? I don't know. Does that make me a dick? Maybe it does.
You could be a subtle dick.
I haven't rounded up for like 4 or 5 years. I stopped doing that.
It's-
Really?
It depends on what business it is.
Yeah, if
Mhm.
it's like I
It's
don't
like
know,
Walmart. I'm
Panda
going to.
Express. You want to
Well,
round up, whatever. I'm like, no,
That
not
goes
really.
to Sanford's Children's Hospital.
Which one
Which
does?
one?
Panda Express.
Oh, Jesus, right.
Well, I mean, how many Sanford hospitals are there though?
There's one Sanford's Children's Hospital.
Yeah, I get that, but in my mind, I would rather just donate directly to the charity, or like I like smaller charities, like small community charities for, the kid, like the toy drive for the kid who maybe passed away of cancer or something like
Yeah,
that.
and I
Some I have more of a personal connection to.
I get that for like a nice lump sum of money. I don't get it for 55 cents. Like you could
Yeah,
throw
just-
55 cents.
I don't know where it's going.
You're
though.
right. You're right. I shouldn't be a 50-50 guy.
Yeah.
I should be a 100% guy.
I'm actually
Is that
amazed
in-
you got all three of you are on the fence about this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also gotten a little out of control. Every time you check out, there's someone trying to round up,
Yeah.
at every place you go, which maybe that's a good thing. And maybe I need to stop being such a dick and just say yes every time,
100% of the time.
100% of the time.
Mhm.
So that's good, Tyler. You're
Okay.
calling me on my bullshit here.
Awareness
So you round up every time.
every single time.
Where's the place that you freaking the most that's round up?
The Boys and Girls Club. I bought a Palm Center there on Sunday. Rounded up to the nearest dollar for the Boys and Girls Club.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But like I'll do it
so
at Panda Express every time.
You were
too.
shopping at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, it's a thrift store. I bought
So-
a sander.
Whatever. If you buy something from the Boys and Girls Club, that money goes to the Boys and
The
Girls
Boys
Club.
and Girls Club is different than the Boys and Girls Club thrift store. The
Mm.
thrift store is owned by the charity, so the money just goes then to their charity and it helps boys and girls and better like free childcare, free
Sure.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you could go all day. I mean, it's just at what point, though, does you donate to charity around every single corner,
No?
Plus, if you do it directly to you, tax deductible.
I was going to say, then I
Yeah.
got to have the receipt, and then I got to get it to the accountants, and
Yeah.
I got to deduct it. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I wonder if they'd have more success if it was just like, do you want to donate $1?
So some places do that. They give you like the local grocery store, Hornbachers, is like, do you want to donate $1, $2, or $3? And they'll give you an option or
Mm.
whatever charity they're promoting that month.
Why
Yeah.
don't let's say it's Subway, okay, or Panda? Why don't they just like give like X amount of cents per order or something?
Yeah.
Like, why are they putting it all on us? Why don't they do something?
Maybe some places do match.
Uh,
I think Firehouse matches or something.
Because I think it's something where like you can't, like let's say I go and buy a sub from Subway and then Subway takes my money and gives it to a charity I don't want. Like I can get mad at them for that, being like, I didn't want my money to go to this.
So they can't do it per item, but they can, as a company as a whole, donate.
Yes.
Got it.
Because it's not, if it's part of a transaction, it's my money that they're donating. And
Yeah.
I didn't want my money to do that.
I would say that you're right. I easily should just be rounding up every time. I wouldn't say that I would blanket all of me, Ryan, and Jared as dicks.
No, I
because we
wouldn't
don't
either.
do
So
it.
I'm second guessing my thing. But if I was like at the checkout with you and I saw you, like, and I didn't know you, and you're like, would you like to round up 24 cents for the kids? And you were like, no, I'd have been like, that guy.
I think it also, there's an aspect of that. It doesn't even like feel like it's doing anything either, you know?
See, that's the reason I do it, because it feels like it's not doing anything to my bank account.
No, I mean, it's like,
Do anything for the charity is what he's saying.
I know. I'm saying both sides.
yeah, I don't know. It's a great question, I guess, about society. I think it's like bleeding a little bit into like tipping culture.
For sure.
People are starting
Yeah.
to get exhausted from tipping culture. I think there's somewhat of an exhaustion of people trying to get your money at any
Yeah.
point. Now, if you scrape away that and you go
In a
24
vacuum.
cents for
Yeah.
the kids, yeah,
Yeah.
you probably should do it.
I agree.
I think a subtle sign someone's a dick is if they just leave their shopping cart in an open parking
Yep.
spot and don't like, I'm not saying you got to walk it back to the store, but just put it in one of the contained areas.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a famous essay that's like, that is the truest litmus test
Oh, really?
on if a person is a good person.
Now it's not a blanketed statement here. There is one scenario where it is okay to do that.
We gotta take a shit.
Is you guys shit bad. If
Makes
you got to
sense.
shit bad, all human decency is allowed to go out the window in my mind. I think that it's like in every single time, like me and Ann are out somewhere, we see someone moving pretty quickly. We to each other, we're like, that guy's got his shit bad. Get out of his way. Do you want this running down his leg?
Hey, you roll your window. You're like, hey, buddy, I'll put your cart away
got
for
you.
you. You
Go,
have
go, 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 go. Get in there. Get in there.
I got you.
100%.
Yeah. Straight for about 50 yards, hang a left.
And you know, it had to have hit them in the moment too, because they were just in a store that they could have shit in the whole time.
Yeah, it's maybe
So-
borderline in the store.
Yeah.
Now it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's a very small time. It's okay.
Mhm.
But if that does hit, it's okay.
It's okay.
If you guys shit bad, leave that cart wherever it is.
yeah, at least like throw a rock, like lock the tire up. or
Yeah, like if
something.
it's windy out, make sure you like prop it up against
Yeah.
something.
yeah,
Or put
or
it to
lay
the side.
lay it off to the side.
Yeah.
so it's not going to
Lay it down.
Anywhere. 'Cause, yeah, we don't want to be damaging other people's property either. You
It's
know?
true. Have you ever seen the
I mean,
videos?
we're damaging the
of
carts, but
Even the carts that are in the cart collection area when it's super windy and the cars just go barreling across and hitting cars.
oh, dude,
Stresses me out.
yeah. Would I like to watch it from a distance?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
I'd maybe like do the baseball jog until one hit a car and then I'd sprint to stop the rest of them.
For sure. Yeah, it's like when you drop a receipt outside of a store or something, like do that run for about 20 yards. If I can't catch it, then I ain't going to catch it.
Is 20 yards your limit for that?
Probably.
That's still pretty long.
That is pretty long.
Probably.
I'm going 2 swipes at it and it's gone.
Oh, I'm not even swiping. I'm stepping.
Okay.
I'm going to step on that
Yeah.
receipt.
It all depends on what if it's a receipt, I'm going to try twice to pick it up. Let that thing go. If it's like my hat though, I'm committed.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
Did the hat
I might be doing baseball slide into third base for a hat.
get down?
Yeah, hat's a different story. You should have seen the other day. You know those laundry bin deals we put packages into?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was throwing garbage away. I had like garbage bags inside of there. I was throwing them in the garbage, and the wind took one of those bins like towards the shipping container, and I had to run after that fucker for like 40 yards. And I wish you guys could have saw me run after it because it was one of the
Hey,
most,
can we
it was
pull
one of the most
security camera
embarrassing
tape,
things
maybe?
ever.
Yeah, we might have to pull that up.
I have to remember what day it was, but yeah, I was like, fuck, is anyone watching me back there?
There's just no cool way to try and catch something in the
No.
wind.
No.
But for a hat, it's got to like blow across the highway for me not to get it.
Correct. It's like, and then it's always when you grab it and then you do the weird, awkward look around, like, did anyone fucking see that?
That's what I was doing. I'm like, there's nobody around here.
Everyone goes through it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is when you're at a restaurant and you get a pizza and it's cut in squares and the person just grabs the crust around it, doesn't grab a middle piece. So you
Miles, are you learning?
I've said I'm a dick. Like, I'll throw my hand. Second podcast in a row, I'll throw my hand up. I could be a little bit dick. You see how I talk to Ryan and Tyler? You know, I
You're
will eat
totally
a middle
right.
piece, but if there's edge pieces there, I'm taking them.
But it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
I'm
Dude,
kinda-
my internal moral compass is just one crust piece, and then I will eat middle pieces the rest.
Really?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
That
I mean,
sounds terrible.
I mean, especially if it's a big group of people, I feel like I'm only owed one crust piece.
Yeah.
See,
I think it's a 1-to-1
I'll-
ratio.
I do eat multiple crust pieces, but I'll never reach over a piece of pizza, one of the pieces to get a crust piece. So
that's a
pretty
good
much
rule. That's a
everything
good
on
rule.
my side
Okay.
is like
Yeah,
free
yeah.
game for crust pieces, you know?
Yeah, and you feel it out.
Yeah.
If you get the teeny tiny little crust piece that has one bite of pizza on it,
That don't even
obviously
count, yeah.
that doesn't count. in
That's
my
a dog
I'm
treat.
a slut for those.
Me too, but it doesn't
No,
count. So it's
I
great.
would eat all 4 of those right at the get. I love those. I love bread.
I was just gonna say those are just
like,
breadsticks.
Honestly,
at that
you
point.
just
Yeah.
screw up pizza by putting sauce and cheese on it. Like,
Ma-
just give me breadsticks.
just go to the store, just buy a bunch of pizza crusts and just make them.
Yeah, it's like the amount of times in my life I've gotten breadsticks with pizza and then eaten 1.5 slices of pizza because I filled up on breadsticks.
Yeah.
I can't count how many times.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
So yeah, hey, I may be a dick, but I love crust so much.
Okay, I got another one, and I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I think I'm right. I think a subtle sign that you're a dick is if you drink Code Red Mountain Dew and you're not a construction worker.
I like Code Red.
Jared, you're a dick, dude.
I think dick is the wrong word.
I know one person. Well, now I know two. I just know one person that does this, and he's a dick.
Yeah, I don't know if I can co-sign that or not.
Okay. I did preface it. I don't have any facts.
Explain it more. What makes them a dick?
They're drinking Code Red and they're not construction workers. I have no facts. It's a gut feeling. If I see it, I'm like, they're a dick.
Do you think dick's the correct word?
Yeah, I think
I would maybe go less dicky and more dweeby.
I was gonna say
I
nerdy.
think gamers are like people drinking Code Red that aren't construction workers.
Okay, because I feel
So
like
it's more
they're,
like nerdier, like dweeby type of behavior.
because I feel like it's like wannabe construction workers, like somebody that wants the status of working hard but doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know if I can co-sign that one, Tyler.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm in on that.
It's mostly a gut feeling.
Mm.
Hmm.
You know, subtle sign someone's a dick is they try and force their gut feelings on everyone. I got to start making you guys sound worse. The segment's really been bad on me.
I got another subtle sign that someone's a dick. And that being if you're at a public gym and you leave a sweat towel on a piece of equipment to claim it, and then you're just going to go off to another piece of equipment and do
That's
your exercises.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's you can leave.
No,
That's what I'll say to that.
Doors
you're
right there.
spot on. It's like what I was technically, so when I worked at Planet Fitness, I was supposed to ring the lunk alarm on people that did that. but
Really?
I never rang that thing. I was too scared.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't even you weren't curious.
Oh, no,
Just do it once.
I totally did it after hours. I never did it to anyone that was in the building, except for one guy who was doing a TikTok that wanted me to ring it on him for his video.
No way.
Then I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. That's the only time I ever rang it on a person. But there's people did that all the time and nobody fucking liked them.
No, they're the worst species of gym goers out there. Yeah, it got to it got so frustrating at one point. I would just start using that piece of equipment, and then if they confronted me, I was just like, "Well, I saw you were using that piece of equipment over there," so I'd
just be like, I just thought someone forgot their towel.
yeah, I was just gonna work in whenever you weren't here.
I didn't know towels could lift legs. Sorry, I'm on your machine.
Yeah, I didn't know we do biceps in the squat rack.
Yeah.
But
Idiot.
I understand what you tried to do with the towel, but if you would have just came up to me and just said quack quack seat back, that'd have been fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you would have just stood next to this machine and quacked as loud as you could, I would have not even touched this.
I would have called it.
Yeah. And I asked everyone around here, you didn't say quack, quack, spot back. So
Quack, quack, squat rack.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, what the hell, man? I quack, quack, squat rack that.
I fucking 8 sets left.
That is crazy to just act like you own the whole gym.
Yeah.
It's annoying. And like, ooh, you're big. You're fucking jacked, whatever. Like, I don't give a fuck.
What are you guys' thoughts like on the loud grunters at the gym when they're lifting?
I'm fine with that.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I also come from all we did was grunt. You know,
Gotcha.
yeah.
I mean, my public working out was in a football team setting, and I mean, you got some dudes grunting in
Yeah.
that.
I think
sense.
as long as it's like a natural grunt and
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
clearly not someone trying to get
Like,
attention.
Yeah.
We had one guy, he was strong as fuck. So like this guy, he was squatting a lot of weight, and so it had to have been 450 pounds or something. And he's repping it out. Maybe it's even more than that. This guy was a freak. He gets it off. He's kind of an idiot though. He gets it off and he just goes, lightweight. And goes down and does it. One, lightweight. And goes down. Lightweight. Goes down. He's supposed to do 5 reps and he failed on the 4th rep.
Oh no.
God, it wasn't.
So if you're yelling stuff like that, or like if you're just like, ugh, ugh, I think that's fine.
Yep.
But if you're like, get up! Get up! Headphone warning, by the way.
You guys are doing warnings ahead of time.
God, I just can't remember. My brain works too fast. I mean, then come on, let's ring the lunk alarm or
Yeah.
whatever. Hunk alarm.
Yeah.
Is it a hunk or a lunk?
Lunk.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And people like people grunt while they're taking a dump too. So it's like there's no difference with that than actually like lifting heavy weight.
Totally.
You know?
Can you imagine like
Yeah.
the opposite? Just like a guy is just like,
or like,
Headphone warning again. Actually, you're gonna want headphones for that.
yeah,
Especially if you're at
headphone
work.
warning. Put them back in.
Yeah.
One, 2. That would. I think I'd rather have the guy yelling.
Yeah, I'd rather hear lightweight again than
Yeah.
that.
maybe I'd be much less uncomfortable. But in the gym, they say get comfortable being uncomfortable. So
It's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah, not only physically should you be uncomfortable, you should mentally be and
Yeah.
emotionally be uncomfortable
That is
at
true.
the gym.
that is true.
Lightweight, right there.
So my wife did when she was giving birth.
I don't
Over and over.
tell her. Don't give us any more details about your wife during birth.
Hey, comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I guess,
get
you
used
know.
to it.
You know?
Oh man. So yeah, there's some subtle signs, guys, that people are dicks. Turns out I'm a bigger dick than well. I mean I could be a dick. I'll admit it. Throw my hand up. This is the year of the accountability for me on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
We'll be your
I was
accountability
wrong
buddies.
about the HVAC guy, and I'm kind of a dick sometimes.
Yeah, subtle side.
I don't think if you've listened to this podcast for the last 100 episodes, I don't think anyone's like shocked at that.
I got one
I don't
more.
think anyone's like, what?
Right.
He's been putting up this facade.
He's a good guy. Like one of the good ones.
Subtle sides of your dick are ripping tradespeople for problems you created.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just ripping the wrong people. That was the thing. It's the engineer's fault.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's true.
We could have just had a conversation with the HVAC guy. We would have found out we should have been ripping the
It was
engineers.
the pencil neck nerds' fault.
Yeah, the pencil pushers.
All those code red drinkers.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All those pencil pushers who don't have a single scuff on their hard hat.
Yeah.
Mhm. Don't even have a hard hat.
Can't even spell callous.
Yeah, they're the guys who have the blueprints laid out on the hood of a pickup with hard hats on.
In a
Pose for their
suit.
picture and then roll the
Yeah.
blueprint back up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Point and leave.
God.
Classic. Cool. Classic.
Like, I don't even know if I'd call my the general contractor building my place. I don't even know if I'd call him like blue collar, like in the mud type of guy, because he just subs everything out. His pencil pusher.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to this
Yeah,
podcast.
seriously. You're not in the house yet.
You gotta wait till the house is done.
Next time I see him, I'm gonna
You
give.
gotta wait till the house is done. Before you
Why is my house not insulated?
I'm gonna give him shit for it next time. No, we're on that type of
It's like insulting a tattoo artist right before he gives you a tattoo.
I bet you fucking suck at art.
Yeah.
God, you're kind of a douchebag.
Yeah, but
A lot
You
of
want to
code reds in
tattoo my
here.
arm?
guys, it's rapport. You got to build rapport with your GC. You know,
Of course.
your buddies for 6 months, and then you
never
talk to them
talk
every
to
once in a while,
Or 12 months if you're
or 12 months.
shitty at GCing.
Yeah, true.
Well, should we take a break?
Yeah.
All right, guys, before we get into the next segment, we have some new Bush patch hats on the website, correct,
Mhm.
Ryan?
Yes, we do.
Ryan or Tyler's wearing one. He's got the all brown with the khaki patch. Looks pretty nice. I got on the forest green color.
Mm-hmm.
These patches have made a revival. We used to
Yes,
sell
they
these
have.
patches on a camo hat. Now we got them on non-camo. Maybe we'll bring the camo back at some point.
I found these patches in the corner somewhere.
Okay.
So
Were they or were they not in the garbage?
No, they weren't in the garbage. They were in the corner.
Thank God.
And I saw them, and I'm like, I just started cooking. I'm like,
Patches.
what would these look good on?
So this is Chef Ryan's specialty. You know, you go to the restaurant, like, what's the special today? Well, Chef Ryan's got Bush patch hats on the specials. But there is danger of limited quantities.
there is.
Yeah.
We will. So there will be a camo one. I don't know if you knew that. You had made the camo comment. There will be a camo one.
Okay. Which will,
camo.
if you go to the website, you can check it out.
Yeah.
So, guys, you got to go to the website before these suckers are
Gone.
because we only have so many patches, correct?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. This was in the corner of the office. It wasn't in like the corner of the storage room. you
Yeah.
found
It
these
wasn't like
patches,
on the
right?
ground or anything.
No.
No, like in all my like supplies and my extra inventory that I keep out in the warehouse, I just found them in a random box.
It's a tight ship.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Ryan was tightening up his ship.
Mhm.
There we go. So go to oubetcha.com, guys. Check out the new old Bush patch hats.
The revived.
Yeah.
Revives me
Bush
there.
patch hat revival.
Yes.
Mm.
That's what we're calling it. All right, guys. Next segment we're going to talk about today is what are the best things to argue with your wife about? And I know it's an oxymoron type
Yes.
of segment, you know? It's like arguing with your wife sounds terrible, but there are certain things that are kind of funny to argue with your wife about, maybe grind her gears a little bit, maybe torque her melon, you know? So I like to argue. I think it's the one of the best arguments with your wife is who's got worse farts. I don't know if you guys do that, but I like it because no one can actually ever win that argument.
No.
Very subjective.
Plus, I still maybe have my smelliest farts ahead of me. Like I could have more in the chamber. Like you think you've had the worst, but I could be brewing up something good.
The problem with the who has worse farts argument is you're both right. Because everyone likes their own brand.
I don't know if I love my brand all the time.
But you don't hate it as much as everyone
My
else.
wife's
hates your
got
brand.
a pretty good case against me. We'll have to say, but she's no,
Slouch.
yeah, she can rip and roar. You know what I mean?
She's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I know.
Good thing to argue about for later.
Argument. The best thing to argue about your wife. Arguing about you saying that you like to argue about farts. That's what's coming next. No, it's like, that's the thing they don't prepare you for marriage.
Mm-mm.
Somehow I think it's gotten worse since I got married. We were together a while before we got married. You think you know everything about your wife, and then you get married, and all of a sudden she has more ammo then you thought
Yeah,
she was packing, you know?
Yeah, she gets you in that Dutch.
All of
oven,
a sudden
you
she
never
pulls
pass
up,
out.
she pulls up her leg and she's got another clip to put in the chamber, strap like a leg mount clip, you know? Like, where'd you get that from? Where was that before we got married?
My dad used to tell me that girls don't fart until you're dating and they don't poop until you're married.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
Yeah, I used to say that in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
So does that say about your dad?
That's just what he told me when I was a kid.
There you go. Probably heard it from your dad.
Yeah.
I probably saw it on a forum that your dad was spewing knowledge
Yeah.
on.
Drone form.
Cora.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and it's just fun, you know. It's like, and there's one time my wife had a tough day, fart wise.
T-Bell.
White chicken
Little
chili.
gordita crunch run.
Yeah, it was a
Little
tough day
G-Dita.
for her. And so anytime I feel like I'm losing the who's got worse farts argument, I just bring that. I trump card Taco Bell. Just trump card that one time where, you know, room clearing behavior.
Yeah.
She's gonna be murdering me for this. But yeah, I mean, it's a you know, at least now we can blame our kid.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a clear winner in my house, that being me. So there's really no arguments on who's worse.
Oh, really?
And here's the
she's
thing.
really gonna kill me.
The-
You guys were supposed to be like, oh yeah, my wife has smelly farts too.
I was just gonna say we never argue about it because if I fart, she just leaves, and if she farts, I freak out. Like, what are you doing?
yeah, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
And freaks out on me every time I do it. And if she does it, I'm just like, really? And I just walk away.
Yeah.
yeah, Meg freaks out if I'm within like 20 feet. I got to be at least 21 or
Ryan.
more feet. But here's the thing. She keeps making chili. And I'm like, well,
It's her fault.
yeah, well, quit making chili.
The thing that gets the most argument is when I'm in the bathroom with her and I fart.
Yes.
Where do you want me to do it?
You want me to
Yes.
go back out to your pillow and fart on your pillow? Because I can do that.
It's like, what? what? This is where you're supposed to.
It's nothing sacred
If
anymore.
if you looked up etiquette, we shouldn't have got the double sinks then in the house.
Yeah, because you're at your sink.
Yeah, I'm at my sink. Where do you want me to do
Yeah,
it?
you want me to go to the kitchen sink and brush my teeth or what? Because
Oh, you can't do it in the kitchen.
hot air rises, so and your bathroom's upstairs. So if you fart in the kitchen, that's going right up to the bathroom.
It's
Got the
true.
fan going.
Hot air
It's true.
rises.
It's true.
Well, yeah,
So that's a fun argument, I think.
we
No
started
one can win.
we started playing the game where,
Guess the sound.
guess the
Yeah.
sound. Yeah,
Ann and I have talked about that.
I think Meg's like 0 for 5 since we started playing it, so she hasn't. She's not a great percentage, 0%. If you do
She's
the
batting
math,
0.
yeah, but it is pretty fun because I can manipulate it too to make it
You
close
got
to
that
hers or
much
not.
control of the cheeks?
At 31 years old,
Yeah, I think my sphincter control is nowhere near yours. I can't control the sound.
Yeah, but it's less about sphincter all the time as it can be surface that you're sitting on
Mm.
that's
or
true.
not sitting on.
Yeah, or just
You know, are you in a full squat? Are you
That matters.
Are you
Clenching?
stiff as a board clenching?
yeah, that matters.
You know, that matters a
Mm.
lot. You know, what time of day? You know,
Have I had Taco Bell recently?
Yeah. it's a fun game to play to get each other to laugh because now farts aren't like, oh my god, what are you like? Now it's just a laughing matter.
Mhm.
So if you're having trouble
It's a game.
with that, it's a game. Yeah, it's a game.
Whereas my wife, you'd think if I farted, I basically asked her for a divorce.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how she treats me farting. And it's like, you married a guy, you know? Like, what were you expecting?
It's what we do.
I mean, you have two brothers. You couldn't tell me that your brothers were going in the bathroom to fart growing up.
And they definitely weren't. Yeah, if anything, they were probably going closer to her.
You're
Probably.
farting on her.
Yeah,
That's what brothers do.
yeah.
Mhm.
Best thing that I like to argue with my wife about is keeping my nightstand tidy. This is it's an ongoing battle because so I got a book on my nightstand. I got usually a
right.
cup from the previous night, and then maybe I don't know one other thing. And it's like you could have like she portrays it as my nightstand could have came from the dump, just a pile of garbage that is just sitting next to the bed on my side. But then here's the thing. Here's where I like to get my side of the story in. So if you walk in her bedroom, like my nightstand is what you can see, and then hers is on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
So she just stuffs all her stuff down like below the bed so no one can see it. It's the same with the closet. You open up the closet door and all my shit's on the floor right there. Well, I get hell for that. But then if you look to the left, then it's like there's a pile of shit over there. You just can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I take the heat because I'm forward facing in that sense.
I also think like, no, when was the last time, unless you like just remodeled your house or when you guys are moving into a new house, there's going to be people that are going to get the tour, going to see your master bedroom, the whole thing. But after that initial phase, no one is going in your bedroom
ever
again.
Like, and if they do, it's weird. Get out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just stop going in my bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah. Top of the dresser. Same thing as the nightstand.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to bring up, right? I think your nightstand is your own personal space.
I agree. Everything in it, that's all mine. Nobody else has anything in my nightstand. It's mine. So leave me alone. Let me take care of my personal space like I like to take care of my personal space. If there's a cup on there, I'll move it in 3 days. Okay.
It's called my personal space.
Correct.
Yeah. And you could tell how I treat my nightstand. So once in a while I will clean off my nightstand. So I have 3 drawers in my nightstand. Not to brag. And you can tell what stage I cleaned my nightstand because the top drawer is all the oldest stuff. Because when you're first cleaning off your nightstand, you open up the top drawer and you just swipe it all in there and close it up. Well, then that gets full. So then the next round, you go to the second drawer. And so if I'm thinking about like what stuff I need, if it's older, I look top drawer. If it's newer, I look bottom drawer.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the opposite.
You went bottom drawer first?
Yeah.
He's a bottom up kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
See, my nightstand is like a junk drawer. Like
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
All the
there's
junk just goes in.
Yeah, there's nothing in there that I need. Like
Especially at night.
Oh yeah, there's nothing in there do I need at night. Like
Right.
I think I maybe got some CBD pills in there from like 2015. I'm like, wow, God, what if I can't sleep one night?
Yeah.
I better keep these things around.
You want to know something crazy I have in my nightstand? I have a Buckeye
Like
in my
From a tree.
nightstand. From a tree.
From a tree.
Guy we went
Good
hunting
luck.
with comes up to me and my dad.
oh, you're talking like the eye of a deer.
No. A Buckeye is
It's like a
Ohio
little
State.
nut.
looks like an acorn. Different than an
Oh,
acorn,
okay.
but same
I didn't
tree.
know that.
You Google Buckeye, an
Yeah.
actual Buckeye. Guy we would go hunting with came up to me and my dad. He's like, "You guys want a Buckeye?" And so he handed it to me and my dad.
Holy fuck. This is why Ohio State's mascot is what he is. That's his head.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow, what a big epiphany
Learn
at
something
30.
new every day. And he pulls one out of his pocket. And he's like, "Yeah, I met a guy who said that Buckeyes are good luck. And so I carry one in my pocket every day. So you guys have those for good luck and carry them with you every day." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." But he literally walks around every day with a Buckeye in his pocket because he thinks it's good luck. So, but then it's like, I feel like it's bad juju to throw something away that someone tells you is good luck. So now it's just going to live in my nightstand forever.
Yeah.
Because I can't throw it away. That's
No.
bad luck.
Hey, did it
The
happen?
good luck might not work, but you definitely don't want to risk having bad luck.
I think I just solved something about you. The first night you brought that Buckeye home, put it in your nightstand, you woke up the next morning at 5:30 and saw Michael Strahan.
That could have been it.
That's very true.
You had so much luck that
Mhm.
morning.
It's very true.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think
maybe
I got
gotta start wearing the Buckeye around.
Yeah.
I gotta get a little holster for my belt.
Or yeah, get a little something you can stick to the back of your phone.
Yep.
Keep it in like
Buckeye
a pop
case
socket.
for the back of my phone.
Buckeye pop socket.
Now you have to hit Michigan Wolverines now too.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's part of the deal.
One thing that I love arguing with my wife about is where things in our house should go.
You've talked about this before.
Yeah, and it started with a verbal like argument, like, no, I think this should go here. I think this should go here. And now it's a non-verbal argument where I'll just move stuff to where I want it. And then she'll move it back to where she wants it. So like
Yeah.
the current item now is the butter dish. I think it should be next to the bread cupboard. She thinks it should be by the toaster. So we just keep moving it back and forth.
I like that.
The bread cupboard isn't by the
Passive
toaster.
aggressive.
Yeah, it's not
It's not.
because the toaster is next to the, like under the microwave.
Sure.
See, we're just bread on the counter 24/7 people. We don't have a bread cupboard.
Okay.
Are you guys, anyone else do that?
I don't have
No.
a
It
bread
just, you don't have bread cupboard. It just sits next to the toaster all day.
I think
Where it should
growing up though, I think that's how we were. The bread was just on the counter.
Same.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
See, I just
Now I'm trying to remember my childhood. Am I getting old?
yeah, I was
So long
like
ago.
I'm pretty sure that the bread was on the counter.
I'll have to text my mom.
I kind of just fold in those situations. Like I'll just accept that this is here and that's there.
See, for me, it's less of an argument. I usually just go, "Oh, I'm glad we have the Tupperware in the bottom drawer and all the stuff we don't use in the top drawer." That got it. Because I don't want it. Because then she's just gonna be like, "Well, then change it." If you go that,
You
then
don't
you have to
wanna.
change
Yeah.
the things.
Mhm.
And I'll just wait for one night at like 10:30 p.m. I'll get a surge of ADHD energy and I'll do it. But that could be a decade
Well,
from now.
You just gotta wait
know?
until you've let the dishes soak for so long. You have a mountain of dirty dishes, so the drawers are already pretty empty.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anne needs to go on like a weekend girls trip. And then by the end of that, I will have done no dishes and then I can just rearrange everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been doing more laundry though.
Hey.
It's starting to come around on it.
No.
It's just something that's just, I'm reached the age where I just like to do a simple task that just gets your mind off everything.
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it's like
That's
it's
how
like
old
making
I
the
am
bed,
now.
you know?
That's dishes for me. You got making the bed. You got laundry. I got dishes. Jared?
So I'm a changed man. I used to despise laundry. I don't mind it now.
It's not too bad. Got cleaner clothes now. Mine would be like to argue with my wife about taking out the garbage because that's an argument I always win. Because I'm the only one that takes out the garbage.
Really?
No,
in the
I
apartment.
I like your angle on this. Just picking the arguments that you win.
Yep.
Those are the best ones.
Deflecting. Yep.
Got it.
So why do you
Yeah.
always win the argument? Like, what's her argument?
Well, she'll bring up something like yada yada. You don't do the dishes. Like, well, who takes out the garbage?
Yeah.
It's like something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't want
You
her
like
to take
use-
the garbage out because you want to keep that as your thing that you can use
It's
as
a little bit of leverage.
Yeah, and that's what marriage
It's
is
a
all
yep.
about: is keeping score and having leverage
And-
over the other person.
And we don't live in a house; we live in an apartment, so it's much.
Oh yeah,
Garbage is a way bigger
Oh,
deal.
yeah, dude.
Yep.
way
So-
bigger deal.
Yep. Especially this time of year.
Yeah, I think one thing I like to argue with my wife about is whether or not she should start a garden.
Okay.
And it's less of an argument. It is more of a conversation. When she first brought it up, my nature was to argue about it, right? And then I realized that was falling on deaf ears. So now I just paint a picture. I go, all right, I've made you some planters to start your garden. You've planted your garden. It is now 2 months later. It is middle of the summer, blistering hot out. Your kid is crying and your stuff is dying. Do you want to pull the weeds? Do you want to water it every single day? Do you want to do all of these things that keep the rabbits out? I don't even fucking know.
You do have a crazy amount of rabbits at your house.
I know.
So
and
that's
it's
a
like,
serious issue.
Yeah, it is.
do
It
you
is.
want to do that? And then it's always like, no, I don't want to do that. You got to paint the picture of what actually doing
Mhm.
gardening
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
So-
Robert Ross.
And if you're listening to this in a couple years, you can come back to Miles and be like, well, I won't have to do any of that because I'll just make our kid do it.
It's true. It's true. Then I went a step further and said, I want to be a supportive husband. And so why don't we start with just a single pot? Let's pick one thing. If you want to grow tomatoes, if you
Yeah.
want to grow something like that,
Herbs and spices.
let's do one pot, see how it goes. Wow, I guess I don't want to do it that bad. Doesn't even want to do a pot. So
Yeah.
argument one, super fun to argue about.
Always win that one.
Yeah, you should buy her. You should buy her like a tomato plant or like a basil plant or something, and like something you could keep inside. Start with that. And if the one inside dies, then yes, the argument's no longer. Don't
So
even need it.
we're going through it right now where my wife also wants to start a garden, and I'm treating it like a dad does when their kids want to get a puppy. I'm like, well, if you start a garden, you've got to take care of it. I don't want to end up tending your garden.
They go, that's fine. You got to paint the picture, Tyler, and start small. If you can't win the painting the picture argument, start small.
Yeah, it's just I just know that if there's a garden at my house and it's not being tended, I will end up doing it because I can't let them die. It's not in my nature.
You can't let her know that, Tyler.
I already did. She knows.
Okay, well then you're fucked.
Yeah.
You lost all of your leverage.
Which is it's the classic.
I mean,
father and puppy.
It's like
situation.
letting your wife take out the garbage. You've lost all of your leverage.
Yeah, see, I'm in the opposite of both of you guys. Like my wife has a garden, and I'm trying to paint the picture of what the plants do, like painting the picture in like March and April of what the plants look like in July and August. And she keeps planting one. So I'm trying to get her
Oh,
out
you're
of
saying
that.
because they die?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, and because like hey, if I wanted this garden, I would have planted this stuff because I don't want to take care of it. It's just say it's the puppy approach.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I'm out here, hard day at work. And now I gotta, my hose doesn't get any closer than 25 feet from the garden. So I have to sit there.
Just get a longer hose.
You've had this problem for so long.
Spraying it at a 45-degree angle. I'm trying to get the back tomatoes. And like, then I gotta go fucking
Go
shoot
jet
that fucker
mode.
like straight up in the air. And then I'm like, well, I'm just going to turn the sprinklers
Praying
on
for
and
a
run
wind.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a sprinkler and then just take like a lid for a garbage can and just like redirect
Yeah.
it into the garden. That's
Yeah.
actually a pretty good idea.
You
Yeah.
come back in the house, you're just drenched and wet.
How's that garden going?
See, that's what if I ended up doing the garden, I'd be so shitty about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I would love to spend time with you this afternoon, but I was too busy weeding your garden.
Start with a pot, Tyler. So, negotiate that.
Okay.
Start with a pot.
Okay.
It's like if you're going to get into something, you don't just dive in and go balls in.
Yeah. McDonald's didn't start with 30,000 restaurants. They started with one.
Hey, that's
So-
true.
Well, and it's the classic, like, you don't need a garden. You just need to know somebody with a garden because everybody with a garden
Dude,
is
they
the
always have too much shit and
Always
they're
got too
always
much.
pawning it off on you.
That's true.
Yep.
You don't need a garden because we invented grocery stores.
But no, you can save 80 cents a tomato.
Like imagine doing this with other things. Be like, oh yeah, like I want ice blocks instead of AC.
I'm really
I
tired
don't
of
want
buying
a real refrigerator. I just want ice chest.
On an ice farm.
I'm tired of buying pound of ground beef at the grocery store. I think I'll raise a couple head of cattle.
Yeah.
You could do that,
To
Tyler.
get some chickens.
Could.
Yeah. Price of eggs going up. I might have to start.
Nah, yeah, the chicken things.
The chicken. Yeah.
No, I get why you want to do a garden. It's fun and whatever. If you're into it. But if you're like my wife, you're going to be excited about it for 2 weeks, then you're going to hate it, and then it's going to be a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say it is kind of fun. Like when you and the kids are outside, like they'll go in the garden and just like picking tomatoes and eating tomatoes. Like that's kind of fun.
Mm.
Because like my kid will eat tomatoes, the green ones, like he does an apple.
All right, what I'm
Yeah.
going to do instead is I'm just going to do an Easter egg hunt with tomatoes around my yard.
That's
And
not a bad
then
idea.
We can go around and he can get the same effect without having to do that.
Yeah, the rabbit
It's
problem.
actually a bad idea.
I think the rabbit
Dyed
problem
tomatoes.
can deter anybody from making a garden.
Yeah,
in
I'm
your
gonna have to
area.
have one of those little rabbit fences, like 12
Yep.
feet high.
Yep.
'Cause I swear to God, the rabbits are mutant in my yard.
Where they have
Yeah, they're probably
They're huge.
They're 12, 15 pounds.
Yeah, they're the size of some small dogs.
Yeah, they're very large.
And
I
there's
got-
Yeah, they're not
100 of them.
Yeah, they're jackrabbits, so they're
Yeah.
much bigger. But
And they're jacked rabbits.
yeah, they're fucking jack. Yeah, there's Jack 3D.
yeah. You ever seen the video of the guy punching the kangaroo?
Oh, yeah.
That's what his rabbits look like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
no
had
shit.
to do that the other day.
That was me in that video.
Yeah, to one of the rabbits. Oh, all right. We got one more segment we can rifle through quick.
Sure.
This one's a quicker one. We were talking about this. I was very curious to what you guys thought. What profession has the best lifestyle?
Mm-hmm.
could mean a whole, we each have our own definition of lifestyle.
Mhm.
Mine was you get paid the most amount of money with the least amount of pressure with the most time off. That was kind of how I defined it.
Me too.
Yeah,
and I
that
think
kind of falls right into mine.
same.
too.
And I think I found the perfect one.
I think I found the perfect one.
Okay.
The cushiest, easiest, best lifestyle. What is it, Tyler?
Mid-level state government job. I looked this up. The average salary for a mid-level state government employee is $70,000 a year.
Great
What
salary.
about-
Very livable.
Great salary.
Work 8 to 5, 1 hour lunch. Always get the weekends off. 12 to 15 holidays per year.
Mm-hmm.
120 hours of leave a year and 100 hours of sick leave a year, and free health care from the state.
And how much paternity leave for us males?
I didn't.
It's 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
No. Sorry. It's
Yeah, it's like 12.
okay. 12 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Pension,
for us
retired-
dads.
Yeah.
We'll have to say though, Uncle Don started to make that job a little less cushy.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
would be the one knock.
It might not have
It's cracking the whip a little bit.
As we stand, that's my vote.
That's pretty good. I will call your mid-level government employee because there's still a lot of bureaucracy in the
Mhm.
government job. There might be some bureaucracy in mine, anyways. I think the tenured college professor
that's good.
has the best lifestyle
Yeah.
of any. They can do whatever they want, not just at work, but they just do it. They don't even have to have class.
Yeah, especially like the ones they got a professor job to do science. They just I don't want to teach class today. I'm gonna go work on my experiments.
Correct. Yeah, they just go tinker around with
Fucking
beakers and shit.
Indiana Jones. He's just like, I'll fucking skip this school year to go fight Nazis and find treasure.
Yeah.
Tenured professor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Robert Langdon.
Yeah. Da Vinci Code.
Isn't he a tenured professor?
Mhm.
I mean, that dude's just swimming laps and running around Europe, just solving mysteries.
He is.
I don't know who that is.
He's the main character
like-
from the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, okay.
I think Nicolas Cage is a fucking college professor, tenured college professor in National Treasure, isn't he, or some shit like that?
He is some sort of historian.
Some shit.
I don't know if he's a
Same
professor.
church review. Matthew McConaughey. He's a professor at the University of
Oh, yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, he is.
It's cushy ass
I
lifestyle.
think he teaches like 2 classes. Or
Yes.
something.
I looked it up. It was like anywhere from $80,000 to $150,000 a year, depending on what university you're at. You get all the summers off. You don't even have to have class. Now you don't even have to grade anything. I would pick something where they don't have to write papers, so I don't got to read any papers. I would just,
Scantrons only.
dude, they don't even have to. You don't even have to put
It's all online.
scantrons into the thing anymore. It's just all online. Tests are.
Hell yeah.
So then they just grade them for them. You just make people do discussion questions. You don't read them. You don't read them.
Just make the TA read them.
Yeah, exactly. You got TA. You have a TA.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't. You just if you're like you get too drunk on a Sunday. You just like, sorry, I woke up no class today.
Okay, I'm gonna combine yours and mine for what I think is the perfect. It's a tenured professor at a state college. So
You
then
really can't get fired.
yeah, because then you get government benefits to go along with all the stuff you just said.
You can't get fired as a tenured. It's like so hard. You literally have to like be committing crimes. I
Yeah.
think in
Yeah.
order to
You
get
get
fired.
homicidal trial.
I think tenure takes I think it's like 5 years, 5 or 6 years to get tenure.
Yeah, it's not much.
Because my brother's he's a professor at University of Pittsburgh, so I think he's
So your brother's living the dream.
Hell
yeah. He also went to school until he was,
And
took
the
a year or two off. He probably went to school until he was 32.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
probably 32, 33.
But like the thing is with professors too, is they always got some weird quirk, right? It's like some
Fucking collecting stamps or some shit.
yeah, and then they just like sit in their mahogany office, the college, and just look at stamps all day.
Check it. Look at this stamp.
And then it's like, oh, professor, I have a question, and you're like, it's in the material. Go talk to the TA. If you exhaust all those options, then come back to me. But now I'm looking at my 1920 my 1918 Boston molasses disaster stamp right
And
now.
make sure you come back during my office hours, which are Friday nights from midnight to 1 a.m.
Yep, 100%. I mean, the best lifestyle. Plus, there's like also something like getting one at a historic college too. You can like walk around and just like be historical.
Yeah.
Like that's if I could live an alternate lifestyle, like I think it would be fun to be like a guy who like wears sweater vests and carries around leather bound books
And a lunch.
and has like bifocals that he just wears to read and like reads by fires. It just seems like such a nice lifestyle.
Yeah.
Or now it's lifestyle guy's chaotic and whatever.
Yeah.
Be nice to just have that cushy historical lifestyle. It'd just be great. You know, like you just after work, you just go to a pub
Mhm.
and you have one pint.
You run into one student and be like, "You got your paper done?"
Yeah. And then you like go home and you like have tea before bed. Like it just sounds so nice. I don't know. In another
Yeah,
life.
you're gonna go home and you don't have any papers to grade.
Yeah.
You go home and drink
you
whatever you
literally
want.
don't do anything all day. And after the first year of teaching, you got every lesson plan done.
Right.
So you literally
Yeah.
show up to class, you open it, and you could just read it off and then go home.
Dude,
So, like-
especially like a college English teacher, that shit ain't changing.
Mhm.
Like history, because they're always making more of it. Math changes every once in a while. Science changes all the time. An English teacher might be pretty nice because that's not changing.
Yeah, you just read Shakespeare 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And you're good.
Yeah, but you don't want to be an English teacher. You got papers.
They'll scan them. AI will grade them.
No.
TA.
I think
TA,
it's,
yeah, TA
TA.
reads that shit.
I had this I have in mind this guy who lived this life and he was just like a history teacher. And
What
they
history
don't teach
is
you the new history.
definitive. I think, right?
Ancient history, easy peasy. It all happened. It's not changing.
That would be the move.
History is history.
I think the cushiest job is a drop shipper.
No, anytime that there's pressure that if you don't perform, you don't make money, out the window.
But it seems that people who have professions in drop shipping, like they're making a pretty good living, and they hit one thing and they're on to the next. Like you could work a couple hours a day.
Already, my body chemistry is getting stressed thinking about hitting one thing and moving on to the next. You got to find the next thing. You got to sell more units. I got all this inventory I can't get fucking rid of.
You don't have inventory. You're drop shipping it.
You still have to buy product when you're drop shipping. Send it to FBA.
No, I'm talking like you drop ship it from overseas.
Mm.
Like it's just a standard made product that you're like you throw on Amazon or wherever.
I think it would be
they just ship
stressful.
it straight.
I can't
Me
comment
being in
on
the-
this because I have no idea how the process works whatsoever.
I mean, I do know a little bit about shipping and fulfillment. I would say it's a cushy job. You just
If
need
it
to,
works.
you just need
That's
to
the
know.
problem. Being a tenured college professor, it works no matter what you do.
But in order to get to that point, you got to go to school for how long?
You gotta
Which-
hit the
and you
ball.
gotta
We
get-
found out it's not that hard to get a degree. You just got to like fill out the stuff.
flirt with the TA.
Well, and if you want to get
Yeah.
paid more as a teacher, as a professor too, then you got to get your doctorate, and then you got to defend a
That's
thesis, and then you got to get published in journals, and
Not if you're tenured.
well, yeah, you'd probably
To
do that
get paid
before you
more
got.
is what he's
yeah,
saying.
you-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm chilling at my 100.
But like getting a doctorate in fucking history, oh my God. It's so easy.
I remember this better than you.
I mean, oh,
My
that'd be
sister-in-law
amazing.
just got her history degree, so I'll have her report on what the hell they're gonna do.
History degree or master's or doctorate?
A bachelor's in history. She's
Okay.
Wait, you have a brother?
sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
I know.
Sister-in-law.
So that
my
works
wife,
by.
my wife's sister.
Oh yeah. My bad. I'm thinking you had a brother.
Think of the drop shipping.
I'm like, we got to start over.
No, so she got her history. She's going to get her master's, so maybe she'll live this life.
Sure.
I think what you're saying is being a middleman would be cushy lifestyle. I mean, that's essentially what a drop shipper is. I just still think though it would be it's a little more high strung, and you got to kind of always be on because you got to know what the trends are. This is my one argument against it.
Yeah. And there's softwares and shit you can find stuff like that.
But
I don't
if
think-
it was that easy, then everyone would make a lot of money drop shipping. So there is work that goes into it. Quite
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Anyone who's tenured can't get fired.
Tough to get sometimes it's tough to get tenure though.
I don't know if it is. From what I
Like for
understand.
example, for my brother to get tenure, he has to be published into 5 whatever journals or
What
publications.
kind of professors?
And I want to say 2 or 3 of them have to be within like the top 5 of journals in that
Pick a different
whatever.
school.
Whatever.
what kind of professor is he?
Professor of accounting.
Okay.
Oofta.
That also never changes. So that's a good one to be tenured in.
A couple years left.
That's tough to hide. Who's reading accounting journals?
Jeez.
That sucks.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I
before
don't
bed.
know. I have no idea. Not
Damn.
me.
Jared,
Jared?
podcast host.
That's a good one. A masseuse. Because you're around like relaxing music all day.
That's true.
But you got to touch strangers' naked backs
That
all
probably
the
the
time.
worst. That's definitely the worst part.
Plus, you're gonna get.
I mean, that
guys
is the whole job.
that is the only part of the
Yeah.
job.
It's really relaxing though.
Not for the massager.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know.
My uncle he was a masseuse for a little bit there, and he said his hands would like cramp up, and he was like getting early carpal tunnel because
Yeah, you can only do
working
it
his
for a few
hands all
years.
day.
Yeah, I think arthritis is common in the masseuse industry. We could ask Justin Tucker. I don't know.
I was gonna say you got not only you get to touch random people, you're gonna have guys like Jay Tuck, Robert Kraft,
Yeah.
and Deshaun Watson.
That's a good
coming
point.
in.
I didn't think of that.
Basically, just all the people involved in the NFL are gonna be showing up,
Jared just wants relaxing.
asking for favors.
But the music is so relaxing.
You could just be an
It is.
elevator attendant.
There you go.
What floor?
It's got its ups and downs.
Yeah, I guess in that same on that same
Don't say vain.
in that same vein, like a yoga instructor.
Yeah, that's probably a better choice.
Yeah, but then you have to do so much yoga
all day long.
But eventually you get so good where it's just like, I mean, you can, and they're walking around classes. They're like, pushing people down into poses and they're like changing playlists and shit.
You guys are
rubbing
too-
lotion on.
You guys are two fucking handsy dudes. Jesus.
Yeah, apparently.
We're relaxed. We like to
Mhm.
be relaxed.
Yeah, that's what I would pick.
Masseuse. I mean, it's a little stress.
I would have a massage rater. Just get massages every day and rate them. That'd be more relaxing than being the masseuse.
Is that a job?
It could be.
I feel like you don't get paid very much though.
Yeah.
Oh, a raider. I see. Like a reviewer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
being reviewing like toys or books or something on Amazon.
I mean, a movie critic would be pretty cushy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hard to get into, but once
'Cause-
you're in, you're in.
Because when they promote those critics, they're 1-sentence reviews. 4 stars. Fun for the family, but lacks plot.
Explosively funny.
Well, it's all subjective.
Yeah.
It's just like the weather.
And you get bribed by the movies too to
Wait,
give a good review.
The weather's not.
The weather's not subjective.
What correlation did that have in my head just now?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Unpredictable is what you were thinking. I
Huh.
think.
Oofta.
But yeah,
Just too relaxed.
Too much yoga.
being a tenured college professor at a mahogany type of school. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Like Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Notre Dame for sure has mahogany.
Yeah,
desks.
like Ivy League, but not the blue chippers. Like we're
No.
talking brown.
Yeah, yeah.
Cornell.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Cornell.
John Hoppy.
Something I can wear a sweater every day to work, sit in my mahogany office and just look at stamps.
And for
Lock
some
the door.
reason, it's always fall on campus.
It's always fall.
Yeah.
no matter
I
what.
100% agree. At those mahogany campuses,
Light breeze.
Yep.
it's a light breeze. Everyone's always wearing a sweater and slacks.
It's cold enough to where you can wear a light jacket and a scarf, but you don't need a hat.
Well, I think like old,
but your nose doesn't run.
Nope.
I think old architecture deters bad weather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like
so,
that.
yep.
Gargoyles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It scares,
Yep.
scares the wind away.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just something about a mahogany campus. You know, there's always a pub across the street with a little squeaky
It's
sign.
an Irish pub too, called O'Malley's or some
Mhm.
shit. Are we
Patties.
doing Goodwill Hunting?
It's a
right
little
now?
Goodwill Hunting. I would like to live as a professor in Goodwill Hunting. It's not bad.
See, but then you'd have to chalkboard and all that type. Like that's a little more work back at the Goodwill Hunting days.
Well,
So
no,
you'd have to-
no. The professor didn't solve the math problem. The janitor did.
That's true.
Spoiler
That's true.
alert.
Yeah, you need a good janitor though.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's like you don't even have to solve it. You just say up there that no one can solve this.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck, I hope somebody can solve this.
And then the janitor solves it. What the fuck, man? I'm trying to do the bare minimum. I just want to look at my stamps all day. And you're finishing that shit. Now I actually have to try.
I have to talk to you.
I was also gonna say a TikTok influencer, like TikTok specific. People who are like have a big enough following to get like they have a couple like small brands that they're representing. They're just traveling and doing nothing.
Yeah, but
They're posting travel montages.
They also have the ever looming hammer about to be dropped on them of their one moneymaker being canceled.
I know, yeah, I know. That's why I didn't say it right away. Thought through it.
Yeah, one when I was looking up that came up surprisingly when I was like doing some research on this was a anesthesiologist,
Mm-hmm.
which their lifestyle is pretty cushy. They don't work that much. They make shitloads of money, and the work that they have to do doesn't take very long. But you could kill someone.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
this can't be
It's
on the list.
Like you have to be perfect.
you literally you can't mess up.
Yep.
Yep.
And there's a lot of stress in that, so
Uh-huh.
absolutely not.
I mean, what about like full time? You know, you're working full time at like a marijuana shop. You don't want to talk about cushion.
I mean, you're making like
Talking
30
about
grand
kush.
a year.
but hey,
30
but you're
grand
also
a year,
you're smoking for
no
free
paid
though.
time off, no insurance. But you are
You literally could be
smoking for free.
fired at any moment.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you
I'm
man.
fired
Okay,
right
you,
now.
all right. You own the shop. How about that?
Now you got to
Now
deal
you
with
gotta
a bunch of potheads working for you.
But hey, market research. You got to be able to tell the customers which way they want to be leaning when it comes to a purchase. You know.
It's a sativa.
So are
Yeah.
You just throw in free junk too.
Yeah, this
Here's
one.
a fucking cookie. You can have that.
wristband.
Here's some gum.
Yeah, this one's a lot
This
like
is yeah, it's a wristband with weed leaves on
Here's
it.
a roach clip.
Yeah.
You ever had, you know, that feeling you get after like 2 glasses of wine? Yeah, this is exactly like having 2 glasses of wine. That's the go-to for all of them. Not that I've been to one, but my buddies told me they're not wine
say
drinkers either. So the guy didn't read the room apparently. Like,
Not a
all
good
right.
salesman.
Yeah, you ever had like six beers? Like that's the feeling. You get from this one.
Your buddies walked in there wearing an insane clown posse shirt. He's like, that guy drinks wine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that analogy.
Yeah, you ever drink like half a bottle of whiskey with your buddies and you want to just fucking fight somebody? Like this one is gonna do that.
you ever solo a handle of Kharkov? This one will get you there.
And end up buck naked in the ditch somewhere. That's what it's like.
I don't
Be
think.
careful.
All right, guys, is that it? You got a fun fact?
I do. Each day we breathe about 20,000 times.
I'm
Wow.
gonna start holding my breath more.
Yeah, I mean, that
average
makes
down.
sense. 84,000 ish seconds in a day.
Give or take.
Breathe every 3 seconds.
I don't like how conscious I am of my breathing right now.
That's called mindfulness.
Yeah,
Next to
Look at you living in the moment.
yeah.
Look
Thanks,
at-
thanks, Jared.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the whole.
All right, guys. That's it. What were you gonna say?
No, it's like when someone tells you can see your nose all the time, but you ignore it, and then all you can see is your nose.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking crazy, man.
Love to see you tell that to Voldemort. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of You Bet Your Radio podcast. May your nostrils be breathing air and your books be mahoganyed.
Your jobs be tenured.
And your jobs be tenured. Cheers, Ryan.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll head over heels for Kanye's new wife. Got boozed up and kicked out the Choice Awards. I was on a downward spiral with no end in sight. And a thought struck me laying drunk on the floor. To make myself feel better, I rounded up for change. Put 20 bucks in the charity jar. While I drowned myself in whiskey, some orphans got saved. And tonight I'm a better man than you are. I now call my own fouls and don't argue with refs. Started being a man of my own word. I give them homeless people the crust of my bread. Cause the voice of God, well, I've heard it. Put down the beer and repeat after me. Oh, I'm loud, don't be scared. It's never too late to join this family. It's time y'all got on board and come with me. Ooh, Tone Zero, Sherry One. He asked, am I the chosen one? Voice of God within my head, shining for better. But baby, you live, gotten gone. Like a code red when shit goes wrong. Sounds good in theory, but I don't think it'll happen. Sounds good in theory, but I don't think it'll happen. Call me pessimistic, bittersweet, and important announcing. Sounds good in theory, but it just does. It takes overcome and sacrifice yourself. It takes overcome and sacrifice yourself. I can't relate that to no one else, but it takes overcome and sacrifice yourself. It takes overcome and sacrifice yourself. I can't relate that to no one else but put down the beer and repeat after me. Oh, I'm loud, don't be scared. It's never too late to join this family. It's time y'all got on board and come with me. Put down the beer and repeat after me. Go out loud, don't be scared. It's never too late to join this family. It's time y'all got on board and come with me.
Hashtag Stump Ryan.
Bring it.
How many miles away is the sun?
Finally!
Let's go.
Hell yeah, Cape Dog.
We finally understood it.
It took so
That is
long.
how you stump
Well,
someone.
we don't know yet.
How many miles away is the sun?
I'm so happy right now.
We finally can end the segment.
There
like
was
one-
an episode where I literally spelled it out. Like, just ask him a question he can't possibly know. And they still took 6 more months.
Can I get
I
like
get a-
500,000
Sure.
leeway?
Sure.
1.5
What?
million miles.
Final answer?
Yep.
91.579 million miles.
Not even close.
No,
Holy shit.
it's a long ass ways.
That's a
Yeah.
long ways. And for it to project heat onto us is even crazier.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Stumped?
stumped.
I mean, there is
time.
no rule book.
No parameters.
There is no rule book.
All right. That segment's done.
Yeah, we can move on. Stop miles now.
Yeah.
How many miles away is
Ask
the
him the
moon?
same question right now and he won't get it.
No. It's got to be from a patron.
It'll be the moon next week.
I'm going to do a lot of Googling over the next week.
Just constantly reading the encyclopedia.
Yeah, I got those Southwest Advantage books if you want to borrow. My parents bought from those traveling book salesmen. They bought those when we were like
The encyclopedia
13, 14.
books?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
World Book Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah, I would ask my parents for help on homework, and they'd be like, "Well, before we help you, have you checked the book?" I'm like,
torture.
No.
and then I go ask my brother. My brother he's really smart, and he just would never help me. And so I'd fucking pop those books open, like, "Yep, can't find it. Need help." Anyway,
Riding Pine String Bean Shiplap Sheely asks, how long do y'all think you could realistically last without any power? I'm talking total grid loss, no generators.
I'm in a pretty good spot. I got a shit ton of wood in my woodshed and a fire burning stove. So that helps.
Yeah, I mean, just going based off of the wood I have in my house, start a fire. The question is, I have a gas fireplace at home. Can I light a real fire in my gas fireplace and it vent correctly?
You have to go outside and do some work, make a chimney of sorts.
No, but I mean, like, can I just like tear out some of the guts of this thing and will air just go out?
No, you got to have some sort of
Because there's a vent. There's a vent out the back of my house for it that some sort of air is releasing out into the thing.
Maybe
it's a great question. I have no idea.
Get under the hood.
Because that would be nice. If that's not an option, I gotta, that's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to be outside.
You could make a fireplace with all those patio bricks you got.
Yeah, I think I would, because I have like an overhang right outside of my patio door. There's an overhang. I would probably seal that off with something, then make a little vent thing out there. Put it outside.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the problem is how much wood do I got to start burning cabinets and stuff?
Yeah.
Assemble that bench.
Yeah, burn the bench.
Burn the bench.
You don't have to fucking stain it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say at least. I don't know. The food's the issue.
Well, here's the thing. It's not about who can last longest without like having a heat source without power. It's the food issue.
Yeah,
people will go fucking crazy.
Food and water are number one. I do have a well, so that's good.
That helps.
I do have and I got a river.
Yep.
I have a little creek in my backyard.
I have a faucet.
If it's recently rained,
It's a ditch.
Yeah.
it's a creek.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if there's snow on the ground, I can melt snow for a while for some water.
Yep.
If I know anything from my boy Luke from the Outdoor Boys channel, it's that it takes a long time. It's very frustrating to melt snow for water. But if it's what I got to do, that's what I got to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm melting snow.
You got a lot of Nutri-Grain granola bars too. So
That is true.
That'll last 2-3 months.
You're good on those.
I have one root beer in my fridge.
You got to say that for a special occasion.
It is right before I die. If I know I'm going down, that'll be my last.
No, you find out like Ann drank it before that.
Drink it the day before the grid went down.
I think I would make it a year.
I would not make it that long.
Well,
it's like there's always like what after a month, there's like a sticking point. Either you've done the work beforehand and prepped yourself to be able to go a year longer, or you didn't and you're just gonna die.
Yeah.
So if I have all the things to be able to set myself up for a long-term thing, I feel like once you make it past a month, you can make it a lot longer.
Well, and you have a newer house too, like your insulation and stuff. Like it's going to be cold in your house, but you're not going to freeze to death in there.
Yeah.
So like you don't even need
to
rig up a fire.
Yeah, not right away.
Yeah. Like even when it gets negative, whatever, it's still going to be 25, 30 degrees in your house with no heat. So you bundle up, you're going to live.
Yeah.
You're going to be cold as balls, but.
Yeah. I mean, first thing I have to do is find some formula for my kid.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing.
You got wheat. You can make some.
Good. Maybe just
Yeah,
tell Ann to start pushing, just start getting those things going and getting them.
Yeah.
you got to get them on solid foods for when the grid goes out.
Yes, I've been trying, dude.
Yeah.
You put like one of those dissolvable little things
Those yogurt
that
deals?
helps you get into real food, and he just fucking what the fuck is this?
Have you tasted
About
it?
50% of the time it ends up out of his mouth.
Mm.
Have you tasted it?
Mhm.
Is it gross?
The yogurt ones are not very good, but there's like some like other like more cereal type
Yeah.
puffs that are pretty good. Tastes like blueberries.
Yeah, we just get the plain frosted ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They sound good.
My kid's a spaz for those. He doesn't want the boob anymore.
really
Just wants food.
smart man.
Is he though? I mean, he
Kind
doesn't
of
want
an
the boob
idiot.
anymore.
Yeah, kind of an idiot
Yeah.
actually.
Like it all comes full circle.
Yeah, I mean, it's all depends on the sticking point. Am I going to be able to set myself up?
I think you guys
I
will
don't know,
surprise yourselves.
Yeah, I think I'll say.
Yeah, it's
I'll-
not. It's not like we're starting in the middle of the woods with no supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say a year. Also, my dad's right down the road now too, and him and Luke from the Outdoor Boards channel they're the same person, damn near. So, pops,
Yeah, I
come on over.
got guns and ammo to handle any siege that would happen.
Looting's going to be an issue when the grid goes down.
Yeah,
There'll be looting. I mean, it's also like there's a Walmart by my house. I might as well go get some
Oh, there you go.
supplies.
might as well join in.
Got to do
on the
that
fun.
ASAP as possible.
All the good stuff doesn't get picked over.
Yep.
It's like Black Friday.
Yeah, and if you wait a little too long, everyone's going to be there, and tensions are going to be high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get the catering package from Qdoba or something.
Yeah, freeze
Yeah,
it.
Jimmy John's
Jimmy
mega
John's
box
little
or
mini
whatever.
sandwiches are
Mhm.
nice because then you don't got to cut them up and parcel them out.
Yeah, that's the worst in an apocalypse, having to parcel your sandwiches out.
I know.
You gotta get them. You see I got them MREs out there.
Well,
It's really
Gotta
good
get
that
on
they're
those-
here and not at your house.
Yeah, I know. I'm in this weird transition.
That'd be funny if this happens. Ryan shows up to get his MREs, and me and Ann and my kid are just chowing his food now.
I mean, hey, like they're yours right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Fighters keepers.
Yeah.
Also, Miles, if the grid goes down, you go to the grocery store, you're gonna be completely lost.
Well, hey, not only just unfamiliar with the grocery store, but lights are off.
yeah.
You know, that's a double whammy right there.
Yeah, I might die sooner than we think. Guys, if you want more You Betcha Radio, you got to check out our Patreon. You got to go to patreon.com/You Betcha Radio or look us up on the app, and we have hundreds of hours of other episodes on there that you can't get unless you're signed up. So you got to check us out on Patreon. You Betcha Radio, baby.